Hello everybody and welcome to Sturgis, South Dakota. We are here live on a beautiful afternoon here at WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis. And my name is Chip Chapman. I am here for the 8th race of the Diddler Cup 2018 season. I'm joined as always by my color commentator, short track specialist,
to your car,
Lightning Lloyd Shivers.
Hey, that's me. Yeah, that's me, all right.
And we got a hell of a goddamn auto race today.
You're damn right we do.
We got our 8th race of the season, which means we could potentially know half of our playoff field by the end of this race, providing we have a brand new winner. Of course, if we have a two-time winner today from the season, that does not matter at all. That's going to just solidify somebody's spot.
Anyway, somebody's going to win. We're going to know somebody else is going to be in the playoffs potentially. And hey, that's just going to be more playoff points for the team that's going to win this race if they won it already.
And I don't want to sound like we're an insurance commercial, but we're all about giving you more. And more is what you're going to get today. You are getting more distance on this super speedway. We're going 4.182 miles in an oval, round and round and round, and what that means is more speed, Lord. We saw a race at this track last year that they hit speeds on the final stretch.
150 goddamn motherfucking miles an hour.
And you may ask yourself, you may ask us, you may ask yourself, is that safe? And I'm telling you, absolutely not. No fucking way is that safe. The final stretch, the last lap of last year's race on this very racetrack hit 249 goddamn miles an hour. And I'm going to tell you that it also gave us the closest finish in Diddler Cup, as less than 100th of a second was between Most Glorious and Honorable Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver in second place and the winner right behind him starting off today, Stumpy Lane in that Gumboo's number 9 Chevy Prism.
That's right, but it is one of Stumpy Lane's teammates who is on the pole position for the second time this year, for the fourth time for Dixie Wimmer Incorporated. DWI in pole position, Richard Blood
that is
on pole
true.
position, still looking for that elusive first Diddler Cup Racing Series victory.
That is the interesting thing. We've got, of course, Dixie Wimmer Incorporated DWI, comprised of the pole sitter Richard Blood, his second pole of the year in that 51 Box of Wine car. Again, Jean-Paul Henry, the third member of that team, the defending series champion. He's a little bit further back in the field. We'll get to that in just a second. But Stumpy Lane, the winner on this track last season. And that's the amazing thing. That's 3 solid drivers, 4 poles out of 8 races, and not a single one of them in victory lane. And they are an early favorite as far as the strongest teams in this Diddler Cup. The Chevys, we thought were going to look good. They're good at qualifying. Them and the Fords are good at qualifying.
They're very fast. They're like super fast. They're like grease pig fast. They're like running from the Federalis fast.
Oh, that is fair. But honestly, Chevy is the only manufacturer to yet to see a driver in victory lane. That is unbelievable to me. I'm so surprised by that fact.
Man. All I know is, man, this is gonna be one fun race.
Well, it sure is. I think it maybe is time to go through the starting grid for this, the Akron Accident Prevention 500. This is the starting grid. Starting on the pole, you know it already. It is Richard Blood, his second pole of the season, 4th for DWI. On the outside, Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver. He finished 2nd on this race last year. Right behind him is Stumpy Lane on the outside, who qualified 4th. He is the winner of last year. On the inside, row 2, Woo Bye Bye, great qualifying effort there. Paul Alcohol is on row 3 with Big Daddy Thibodeau, the winner of last week's race. That's 2 race winners already qualified there. Paul Walker and Jim Blossoms on row 4. 2 strong competitors. Still looking to get that first win. Joe John Winchester, he's got a win so far this season. And Jean-Paul Henry yet to find a win, but he is on row 5th. Good qualifying effort for him. 542 Norman in that Florida Georgia Lime car, the number 13, on row 6 with Jeff Shanice. The Chevy Prism of Jeff Chinese. Reverend Pastor Chavez and Giacomo. Pastor Chavez has got a win. Giacomo's got 2 poles. They're on row 7. Jeff Gordon, the horse, in the number 8 Gunk Chevy. And Bucket Dewshine in that Taco Baco number 55 Ford. start on row 8. On row 9, it's Fat Daryl and All the Ham, number 81. And El Matador, Toto Rosanna in that number 75 Pontiac, couple of Pontiacs. Agent Toby Keith and Ennio Sparini, they're on the row right behind them. Agent Toby Keith, a rookie, looking pretty darn good. Row 11 has got Morris Mayfield in that 69 car. And Bowie Jessup in the 22 HCL Toyota Yaris. In row 12, it's Ricky Walton who's got a win, and he's in the playoffs as well, along with Kevin Boner Pillman in the Chevy Prism number 15 from Dongerex Injectapen. Harry Gunt in the So Much Chicken number 82 car, and Petrol Topoff the number 90 car. They are on that row. Cobb Salad, he's got a win as well. And another rookie, Smiley Van Buren in the KFC I Ate the Bones number 11 Ford. Dirk Tanaka in the number 99 Slap Mart car, along with Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear in that Dodge Stratus. And in the back, it is Doug Pork in the Good Gravy Pontiac, along with Vitalik Kriptov in the number 1 Gray Bits car. That is your field right about now. In this race,
Jesus! Oh man! Sorry, y'all. This been wild.
Fair enough. Well, it is exciting. There is so much excitement as we are getting ready. We're going to see these cars easily go 6 wide. As if last year is any indication, I am very excited for this one. I know you're excited. I think it is now time to deliver a prayer. Let me go ahead and pass the microphone down. Lord, we're going to go ahead and thank the Lord for this race.
Absolutely, correct.
I think this is one of the Hell's Angels. I don't know which religion that is, but he's going to go ahead and give a prayer.
Thank you. Lord, let us pray. We got for a good race today. It's a beautiful day here in Sturgis. And thank you, brothers. And we just want to say that we want to pray for the safety of these drivers, because they're going to be going really, really fast, and that just ain't safe. But we're hoping that they're okay and that nobody gets killed in this. But it's going to be a good race. They're going to go really, really fucking fast. Can I get some revving and some amens out of your revving engine? I don't think he's a pastor. But I think that's going to be pretty cool. I think he actually got he got the spirit of the race down, I think, and that's good to see. So I think we are ready for a goddamn auto race. Are we ready for a goddamn auto race, Lloyd?
I think we're ready for a goddamn auto race.
I think we are ready for a goddamn auto race. I think that's going to be good. Now we're kind of watching as these cars are slowly getting ready. Another minute or so before we get the official start of this race. But some of the stories coming in. Woo Ba Ba came so very close to winning last week. Big Daddy Thibodeau right behind him on the outside. Is Woo Ba Ba going to have that in his mind, knowing that the guy who beat him to the finish line is right behind him in this race, or is it going to be a new race, a new day, a new track for Woo Ba Ba?
Absolutely right, and of course, Woo Ba Ba takes pride in charging through the field. He always says he doesn't qualify very well. But he always makes a habit of charging through the field. Now that he's starting up near the front, man, and who knows what could happen here.
Yeah, for those getting ready to watch this, if you have not seen last year's race, please go ahead and check it out on YouTube. It was called the Proclaimers I Would Walk 500 last season. At this, they switched up their sponsorship. This is the Akron Accident Prevention 500. We'd like to thank the Akron Accidents for their sponsorship of this race, and good luck in the upcoming season for them. Of course, it is getting to be time to go down for those not quite famous but close enough to get the point across words in motorsports.
All right, let's do it. Hey there, drivers. 2 wheels are better than 4. Learn already. All right, man. This is gonna be awesome.
Well, yeah, you see there, they are all starting things off, and Richard Blood is going to, oh my God, what happened to Lee Corso? Did Lee Corso already, oh God, what has happened to Woo-Bah Bala? Did Woo-Bah Bala have some problems? Where is the 103 car? What happened? Woo-Bah Bala's already in the pits. Maybe he just didn't lag.
Oh no! Oh man! Oh my!
Something happened there. We're gonna go back to the track as Richard Blood. I am not sure what is happening here. Richard Blood is, well, I don't know where the pit car is, or the pace car, excuse me. But we are seeing a bit of a problem here. Maybe Woo-Bah Bala just wanted to, maybe he just wanted to go ahead and start at the back of the field. Okay, there's the pace car. The pace car just zipped off. I thought it went off the track there. But we are seeing Woo-Bah Bala had to go right to the tracks, right to the pits. I don't think anything seemed to happen. I think they were just issues with the car. We're going to find out for a second. Pace car is leading them around. We're going to have a full pace lap, and look at this beautiful track. Now look at all that space they got, Lord. They're going to go 6 and 7 wide, not just on these straightaways, but into these turns. There's so much room to move that it may not mean a good wreck, but it's going to mean a nice big space to race side by side in.
Oh my God, we're gonna see these cars spread out so wild and so fast. This race is gonna get crazy, y'all.
It absolutely is. I think that is a certainty. The pace car is off, so reach over, strap something on, get behind somebody you love, and let's go!
Let's go!
And already we are seeing the lines being drawn all over the dang course. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver and Richard Blood take him to the green flag, and Stumpy Lane maybe knows something that nobody else knows and takes a high line just alongside his teammate Jean-Paul Henry. And look at all that space these cars have to work with.
We're already starting this shit. They're going to hit 250 miles an hour on this Sturgis Speedway. It's Jesus, y'all.
And you are seeing how tightly packed they are. We're not going to get an official speed until they come around on this 4+ mile super speedway oval. And look at that low line. It's seeing some movement around. Ricky Walton is sliding around in that track. He's kind of finding himself up top, gets behind Paul Alcohol. Look at them zipping on by there. That is a beautiful sight as they come around to complete the first lap of this 42-lap race. And they are getting really wide.
Holy Jesus!
240 miles an hour as Joe John Winchester leads the first lap of the Akron Accident Prevention 500. And apparently that high line did not seem to do well for Paul Alcohol. He has moved back in the field a little bit. And we're going to get to see what's going on with Woo-Bah Bala. Woo-Bah Bala doesn't seem like he's even gotten on the track yet. Are they still in the pits? What is going on with the 103 car still in pit lane? What in the world? Nothing happening. They have yet to even get...
Well, we talked about the possibility. We talked about the very strong possibility that Woo-Bah Bala could have drove right through the field there, and jeez, man, that's
not entirely sure what's happening. It's unfortunate. 2 laps about to be completed, and it looks like Dirk Tanaka, and it looks like the boys of Slapdong Racing are gonna be 1 and 2. Slapdong Corporate Racing, Kevin Boner Pillman, Dirk Tanaka. That is experience and a rookie with that 2-man race team of the Slap Mart number 99 car and Kevin Boner Pillman in the Donga Rex Injectapen 15 car. And the Pen 15 fans have been looking for a good race out of their favorite driver, and they may just get it here.
Oh man, this is. And I tell you what, Kevin Boner Pillman has won some races, and that slap mount car with Dirk Tanaka. That's gonna be. They showed some speed in the recent rounds here. They're starting to get that program clicking.
No doubt about that. And you can see this is going to be the theme of the day. Lead a lap early, get your feelings for get a feel for the track, get your 5 points, get back in the pot, and use some of these early laps to figure things out. We're gonna see a green flag pit stop, assuming we don't have a single caution, which with so much space to work with. I mean, there's no reason you should be so close to another driver unless you're really just trying to knock him out of the race, which we've seen before. But we're expected to see, with 42 laps of green flag racing, we're going to see a pit stop, a green flag scheduled stop about halfway through. So these boys have a lot of chance to just get a feel for the track, get a feel for their equipment, and make some changes as they come to pit road at around lap 20, 21, 22.
Yeah, that's right. They're not going to be able to make it on the step. These boys are going to be running all out all day long. And unless there's a caution here, it's going to come down to green flag pit stops.
That is true, and we're seeing as I think Ennio Sparini is going to come around and lead a lap. Ennio Sparini going to take 5 points. And he's got Paul Alcohol right behind him. I don't think he's got any teammates. No, it's 542 Norman, his teammate of South Tucson Youth Motorsports. He's got Paul Walker in the Nihilist Arby's car in between them, but no, and he's got some, and that's the thing, you know, all your allies are all in that tight pack. When you're so close together, Lloyd, how tough is it to make a charge and get to the front when you got 4 cars in front of you?
Oh, I mean, you just gotta have to be selective. You got to know when to find the right lane to go with, and you got to know when you have the right people to push you right behind you.
We're seeing some slow cars. I guess John Paul Henry and Jim Blossoms kind of fell to the back of this pack. Nobody took the high line with them, and they're going to fall back and maybe catch some draft and just see what is happening right now. Take a look at Stumpy Lane. He's kind of riding a bit conservatively. He finished he's going to cross at 14th, but again, only 0.3 of a second off the leader, Paul Alcohol. So that is 5 laps in the books, 5 different leaders.
Stumpy Lane just he's not in a good spot where he can kind of stay back in trouble. Of course, my strategy whenever I'm in racing like this, I want to be up at the front, because if someone gets in a wreck up behind in front of me, I'm gonna get caught in the wreck if I'm stuck in the middle of this pack.
No doubt about that. I understand that entirely. Looking at Agent Toby Keith, he just now this is an interesting thing for a rookie. He was racing side by side with his teammate Joe John Winchester. I don't know what that plan was exactly, but they were racing really close side by side, and it was almost like rookie inexperience from Agent Toby Keith may have just pushed his teammate up the track.
Yeah, that's just that rookie inexperience working for you.
Yeah, that is true. Cobb Salad going to take the lead of this race as we are into lap number 7. Cobb Salad has a win already. He's won a pole, and he has won a race. He won a Daytona 500, the 3rd race of the season.
Yeah, definitely one that not that we had anything to do with it.
No, but he's got some super speedway experience, and he knows how to win at a super speedway for such a young driver. That is Cobb Salad in the number 21.
Hell, we could probably talk about it. The statute of limitations over.
Yeah, we could probably talk about it at this point.
Yeah.
And that is he is one of 2 ATF Bureau Racing drivers to have already qualified with a win. Agent Toby Keith, the only odd man out, but Cobb Salad, rookie driver, already making the playoffs with a win. He's joining his teammate Joe John Winchester. Petrol Top Off back in the lead. And that number 90 car, sponsored by Dimitri's Russian Roulette Laser Tag. They've already got a spot in the playoffs. They have been one of the strongest drivers of this season. They were a points leader outside of the ones who automatically qualified. So it was only about time till Petrol Top Off found himself in victory lane.
Oh boy, Kevin Boner-Pilvin just came way up the racetrack. He washed out there a bit on the last lap. I tell you what, looking over at this Hog Wild Speedway, you got the bikes out there, man. You got so much open space. South Dakota's so beautiful.
We really do. I mean, there is absolutely nothing around us. Literally nothing around us, and you can
just nothing but bikers. And we got motorcycles, tons and tons of motorcycles, more motorcycles than the eye can see.
I mean, like you can see any sort of anything you see is basically a motorcycle other than that, like those stands, you can't see all the fans in those stands. They are motorcycle. They are back stands. As we see Morris Mayfield making the charge around, leading the arrow that is this pack. And he's going to pick up a big 5 points coming around, leading a lap as the 69 car. He's got to fend off Vitaly Kriptov. No, it looks like it was Kriptov who actually had led the lap, but Morris Mayfield is pushing it around. But he's got Bowie Jessup to contend with. Mayfield's team may not have told him that he didn't lead the lap. He may not know that yet.
Y'all, the average speed of this race so far, we've run green flag so far by about 10 laps, 258.105 miles an hour.
That is what the leader just clocked in at the last lap.
He's jeez.
257.9 on that one for Morris Mayfield. A nice 5 points. And look how spread out they are. Bowie Jessup just makes a charge for the front. We're going to keep an eye on the eye of the storm. That is the eye of the hurricane, that middle of the pack. And you see Ricky Walton, Stumpy Lane, Big Daddy Thibodeau. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, Mr. Naga's most driver involved in a wreck.
Oh, no.
Caution is out. And we got a caution. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver involved in that wreck. I'm not sure who else was.
Watching the replay, oh my goodness. It looks like Mr. Naga, I don't know what happened there. It just moved up the track, and it just squeezing everybody else up in the outside. I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
I don't know if Cobb Salad was involved in that. He seems to be back there as well. Looks like that's also Vitaly Kriptov, but the pace car is back out, and we are going to go ahead and go down to a caution with Jean-Paul Henry as the lap leader. A lap 10 caution, and we're going to see who is out. Doug Pork seems to be out on pit road. We have not even seen Wuba Bala is still, as far as I know, yet to start this race. He is yet to get out of the pits. It looks like Wuba Bala is back on the trailer. Their race did not even begin. It is unfortunate to hear that about the 103 Hugger Oranges team. May have just pushed it too hard in qualifying. Their race is over.
And that's such a damn shame.
They did not even start. So I don't know if that means they don't even get the points.
They will get the points. They did get the car fired up, but they didn't.
They never started the race, so they get the points for 32nd.
That's really about it, though, and
that is unfortunate.
Now that's going to put them in a position where they're almost going to have to win.
And it looks like Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear and Harry Gunt, and they are both going to be, their days are over. I think they got involved in that accident. Vitaly Kriptov, Cobb Salad, Reverend Pastor Chavez, of course, Mr. Naga's most glorious driver, and Doug Pork all involved in that one. And we see cars going to pit road. That looks like that was the 22 car. No, that wasn't. That was the, I'm not sure who was going to pit road there then. It's like, yeah, oh, look, there's a lot of smoke coming out of Mr. Naga's most glorious driver's car, the number 10 Kumite car, hitting pit lane. Looks like all the cars that were involved in that wreck. Petrol top off. He's going to go ahead and hit pit road as well. That looks like that's the Taco Baco car, Bucket Douchine. And you know, that's the thing, Lloyd. When you try to fit a strange egg in the ceiling, your cat's just gonna wreck it. That's what happens when you try to fit a strange egg in your ceiling cat.
Damn, I had a bit for it, but that one was.
I'm sorry. You want to give me yours too?
I was about to say, when we get the fans out there at WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis, the fans take part in a number of traditions. We got bicycle rallies, we got burnout competition. Of course, we got a game, a game that derives from South Dakota biking gang rituals, where you try and fit a strange egg inside of a cat that's on the ceiling.
I'm going to allow that one as well, but that is clearly what happened. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver tried to slide up the racetrack. Maybe he got loose. I think he was just trying to fit a strange egg inside a ceiling cat, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to wreck. So we're seeing it. You can see as the times are coming around, that looks like we had, goodness, yeah, it looks like Mr. Naga's most glorious driver, piston problems. That might have been what caused the wreck in the first place. Harry Gunt's day is over. Joe John Winchester is out. That is 4 cars already out of this race. So if Wubabala, I know they're done as well. I'm going to say if Wubabala can get it back out there, but it looks like they're already put it on the trailer. 27 cars still in this race for the moment. We're going to keep an eye on that, but man, that looked like that was 10 cars involved in that wreck. And we did not have a single caution on this track last season. So this is pretty new. This is pretty new. This is new.
Yes,
this is uncharted territories for the Diddler Cup here at Sturgis, because we had a caution-free race last season.
Yeah. Of course, we figured it was just going to be a matter of time before we saw a wreck like this happen. Man, that's a tough one to swallow for some of these drivers. Of course,
that is
dumb and stupid as hell. So they'll be back in the car.
They'll be back next week, it seems like, for when we head to England. I guess they're going to have to pack early and get themselves on their different time zones a little early for us. But we're seeing a caution still out. We are 12 laps completed of this race, 30 to go of this 42-lap race. Caution is still out from a lap 10 wreck involving Mr. Naga's most glorious driver, Joe John Winchester, and 8 other drivers. You can kind of see some of these cars back on they're back out on the racetrack. That's good to see. It looks like we only lost 3 cars, 4 cars from that. Nikolai the Soviet driving bear, Harry Gunt, Mr. Naga's most glorious driver, and Joe John Winchester. Their days are over due to that wreck. A bunch of cars hit pit road. They're back on the track. We're going to see one of them being, of course, Vitaly Kriptov in that number 1 Graybits car. Looks like they got them patched up. They took a look at the car. They're ready to go back in green flag racing. We're going to see where the pace car is. Lights are still on. Still got some time for this one.
It's going to be this is going to be an interesting race to see how this pans out here. If they I don't think they'll be able to make it to the end on one more tank of fuel.
No, pit strategy is still now. I don't know. Now that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know if if there was fuel taken on by the cars that did pit.
I'm sure they would have had to. I mean,
they would have topped off. You're there already. You might as well. But they're still going to need to
put a little more Beepus in your tank.
Absolutely, and of course that's thanks to our official fuel sponsor of the Diddler Cup, Beepus. Put a little Beepus in your tank. It is high octane. It is high nutritional value.
Just
Beepus.
Stick the Beepus fuel meter right between your legs and just shove it right in the fuel exhaust port of your car. Absolutely. Give it a little Beepus in the back of that sedan. Beepus.
Beepus indeed. As we are kind of going under caution, still caution as we are getting things settled. I'm sure there had to be a little bit of cleanup on the track. Again, it's a long... Okay, this is going to be the last lap of the caution. So with 14 laps in the books, 1/3 of this race to go, Jean-Paul Henry is going to lead them to green flag racing with 28 to go and 27 cars on the track. As we head up for some good old-fashioned sprint racing, there's still going to be a green flag stop, provided we don't have another caution. That's going to be the thing. It changes pit strategy, doesn't it, Lloyd?
It absolutely does. You know, some of these teams are going to, maybe they'll try and back off and try and draft off people to try and save fuel early in this stretch of the race. If they think that there's not going to be another caution going to the end, they're going to have to try and save as much fuel as they can right now, so that way they can have some in reserve at the end of the race.
It's the eternal guessing game of racing. Will there be another wreck? Usually you just assume, hell yeah, there will be, but I mean, it's the Diddler Cup. You never can tell. This is the first time we've had a wreck at 2 races on this speedway, on the super speedway, excuse me. But we are seeing what's going to happen with 28 to go. Lee Corso is going to take the pace car off, and Jean-Paul Henry is going to lead them to a green flag with 28 to go. If you're watching on the left side of your screen, you're seeing the running order. Everybody from Bucket Dushine down to Vitaly Kriptov did visit pit row during this caution. I believe they were involved in that wreck in some form. They are back on the track, and we're going to see what happens coming around. Will Jean-Paul Henry try to hold on to that? Will he try to hold on to those 5? Well, will he try to hold on to that lead, or is he happy to hang on to 5 points and just see what happens with the rest of this course? A lot of pressure for the series defending champion.
It really is, and you got Paul Alcohol, who's won a race before, and Richard Blood, who's still trying to get that first win. Bowie Jessup has won races before. Smiley Van Buren Smiley Van Buren has had some speed. He's been in contention for a couple wins.
He has.
Here.
And we are going green flag racing back here at WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis in Sturgis, South Dakota. The backers are ready. They are revving it up. They are seeing them going wide down this stretch. We are seeing a big, wide open field. They got wide open spaces here as Henry has a lot of space to move. A lot of clean air, and that car loves some clean air.
Man, it is moving up there. I'll tell you what, let's see what sign of moves some of these drivers there up in the back of the pack. Let's see what they try and do out of this.
Let's see exactly what they try to do. Keeping an eye on Ricky Walton. That is the eye of the hurricane right there. Big old log jam in the middle of this field, and that's the thing we started to see with the final stretch of the race. We started to see separation as a pack of 7 cars broke away and led, and we saw at least 5 seconds between the 7th place and 8th place drivers by the end of the race. So we're seeing a lot of movement, a lot of lines on the track. It's going to be very interesting to watch what happens and what develops in this, and we're starting to see cars start to fall off the back. Are they having trouble keeping up speed? Can they not find a drafting partner? Drafting is so important in this race, Lloyd.
It really is. You want to, if you want to be able to hit these speeds of up to 250, 260 miles an hour, you got to have the advantage of the slipstream. Of course, these cars are so, man, they are going so fast out here. I don't know how in the hell these guys are hanging on to them.
Well, they're hanging on to speeds on just under 200 miles an hour. They gained 3 miles an hour, did Jean-Paul Henry, and he's going to go ahead and let his teammate Stumpy Lane challenge him for the lead, and I bet that Stumpy Lane will most likely go ahead and lead this lap and take those 5 points. Oh, Henry's going to give him a good charge for it, but I think Lane's got the inside line. No, it's going to be Henry. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that was a miscommunication, but they gained another 3 miles an hour, and Stumpy Lane's going to put the challenge on his teammate, Jean-Paul Henry.
It's, now we got the 2 Dixie Wimmer Incorporated cars up at the front. We got oh boy, Stumpy Lane going to the inside. Look at Kevin Boner-Pillman trying to sneak in a move up the inside as well.
I think Boner-Pillman may see Stumpy Lane as the faster car and may just want to hug that bumper.
Not a far in contention here. Richard Blood's just trying to get a draft off of Ennio Sparini down the far inside line.
Yeah, that is the beauty. You think you can get an inside lane and someone's going to find an even more inside lane. And looks like Richard Blood is going to maybe get a push from Ricky Walton. But no, Ennio Sparini is going to get in front of him. And maybe these DWI cars can finally communicate. Looks like, yes, Stumpy Lane is going to lead this lap.
What I tell you is that this Hog Wild 1996 Speedway, it's like a wide open, undiscovered frontier. Much like the entire Dakotas, much like much of the Great Plains. It's undiscovered, just like having a late night talk show host and a basketball power forward doing arm drags at a wrestling show.
No doubt about that. I think that is a fantastic and oddly specific comparison, as Richard Blood and Ennio Sparini going side by side. And that reminds us of Too Far Speedway, where these two had a shootout to decide who won, and Ennio Sparini won that one. Will either of them get their first win of the season? Ennio Sparini certainly had some victory, some taste of victory last season.
He said earlier this year, maybe the car, he was having a lot of problems with the car. I mean, he always says that, but we got one car that's lost the draft.
Yeah, somebody's lost the draft. I'm not sure who that was. Was that
maybe Doug Pork? That maybe Doug Pork back there scoring 24th position. This entire lead pack is just 23 cars at the moment. Oh no, I believe
that is Jeff Chinese. That is Jeff's Chinese. That number 38 Jeff's Chinese car having a bit of problems keeping up with the draft. Not sure if he actually did visit pit road, because it looks like Doug Pork, Vitaly Kriptov, Reverend Pastor Chavez and Petrol Topoff are all falling off the pace, and Doug Pork has fallen off as well. Looks like he's just going to try to keep it on the track and hope for something that can maybe just move him a little bit up in the points. But it is not looking good for Doug Pork.
Isn't it true that the winner of the race does not get their bike destroyed?
I think so. That sounds about right.
The monster truck's firing up in the infield.
Oh, absolutely.
That's, quite a large infield.
We got of course the everybody's favorite
Look at
car.
this, it's like a flying V down the front stretch.
It absolutely is. Ducks fly together, and they are flying V right down here. That's of course my favorite rest stop, the flying V. When I drive through some of the driving through the Dakotas, we see the flying V. And Smiley Van Buren is going to lead this race in the number 11 KFC. I ate the bones. Ford Pinto for Spub and Mort Ports. He's got 542 Norman and Agent Toby Keith behind him. So a trio of rookies at the front of this pack. And they are showing no fear at all. And of course we got a favorite. We got a bit of a legacy here. We got Bernie Jessup and the Wife Stomper, the old Wife Stomper. It's a bit of a
Bernie's firing up the monster truck there.
He's got the Wife Stomper in the infield, ready to crush some backs. It's not the old. I think at this point we're at the. It's a newer model of the Wife Stomper. It's usually a show truck, but he can do a couple of car crushes in it. It's not a racing truck these days, but the Wife Stomper is looking pretty good for its history.
You remember watching television back there in the early 90s, back on public access. You remember all Bernie Jessup's great rivalries and battles in the freestyle and racing competitions.
Oh man, me and Bernie were talking about that back when I used to call the big effing trucks in the Gun Boost Point Series. Hold up now! One of them
Russian Bears cars, man, it just flew right up there. I believe that was Petrol Topoff that just shook up this field.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a look at Petrol Topoff. We had a quick view at the pits there for a second. But yeah, Petrol Topoff having a bit of problem. I don't know if he hugged the wall at that point. I don't know what is going on, but we are still green flag racing. Lap 22, we are hit the halfway point. But the field just split. I don't know what happened. We're going to have to keep an eye on what happened on lap 21. I think, but Smiley Van Buren may have just split this field. Let's see what happens when they come around again. So lap 10 and lap 21 are the ones we got to keep an eye on. As the front of this pack seems to be Kevin Boner Pillman and his teammate Dirk Tanaka right behind him, and those are teammates getting some. We're seeing some green flag pit stops right now. Morris Mayfield, Stumpy Lane, and Ennio Sparina and Bowie Jessup, Paul Walker, Richard Blood, Giacomo, and Jeff Gordon the horse have all decided to pit.
I don't think a lot of these cars pitted under green flag conditions earlier in the race, so I think they might be good to go to the end. We'll have to see. And for those drivers that have already stopped, will they be good to go to the end?
Fair enough. That's going to be interesting. Well, they got what looks to be 20 laps to go. Agent Toby Keith's going to take 5 points and continue racing with Dirk Tanaka right behind him, splitting the field. But I think that we're going to see, and it looks like Doug Pork is going to fall down the pack. Looks like they got a lot of cars. Oh, they're all on. That's why they're all taking pit stops, it looks like. So we're going to see if this field is going to go to pit lane now. Yep, it looks like they're all going to go to pit lane. That is going to be Agent Toby Keith, Dirk Tanaka, Boner Pillman, the 11, 542 Norman, Thibodeau, Henri, Walton, Alcohol, Blossoms, and, of course, Fat Daryl. So that pack is going to stay in pit lane. As El Matador Toto Rosanna looks like he's going to go ahead and lead a lap.
He's doing all right so far. He's won races before, and we know he has the equipment to win another one here.
He does. He's not too far of winning races. I believe won 2 races last season. And his teammate Ricky Walton has already won.
Ricky Walton won a race earlier this year.
And I believe that's because Matador Toro Rosanna, he's going to go ahead and pit right now. I don't know if Cobb Salad and Bucket Douchine have pitted yet. Looks like Douchine's going to stay out there. This is interesting because Bucket Douchine pitted during the caution. And he may be gambling and staying out there leading this race.
Bucket Douchine stays out another lap.
With Cobb Salad right behind him, also staying out from pitting earlier. And I think what we're seeing is maybe those are the two cars that may have been involved in that wreck in some way, but not enough to really do any damage. But they are all alone, and that's going to be interesting as we see some of these cars start to come around. Jeff Shanice is a lap down. He is not going to be contending for that lead, but he is another car around with them. This is going to be very interesting as 3 cars are not going to be able to hold off a pack of about 20, I think.
Right, we're gonna see everybody start to bundle up back together again by the time these pit stops all shake up.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We're gonna keep an eye on El Matador Toro Rosanna back on the track. He's got a lot of help. He's got Morris Mayfield, Stumpin' Lane, Kevin Boner Pillman. Those 4 are gonna start reeling some cars in and using that draft and getting those speeds up, because 215 miles an hour, that is in no way the speed that they can hit on this track. That's going to start amping up just a little bit. And we're going to keep an eye and see how that 30-second... sorry, how that 37-second...
It's all right. It's all right. We got you some rum here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have some of this. All right. Sip of this.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
That is delicious. And it looks like Doug Pork is going to be all on his lonesome. I think he's going to get reeled in pretty quickly soon. As we're seeing, looks like Agent Toby Keith is going to be heading right behind Dirk Tanaka. And Tanaka's going to try to just pull these cars forward. Toby Keith is going to put the pass on Dirk Tanaka. And
I'm not ready to put a pass on that goddamn kidney stone I got.
Beaumont! I know. We were worried you were not going to leave the pits with Wu Ba Bala.
I got lost in Florida.
Well, hate to tell you, but Wu Ba Bala, he didn't start the race. He qualified 3rd, and then
he qualified very well.
He qualified 3rd, and had trouble, and was in pit road before the green flag even started. We thought you were in the pits trying to console him.
Well, maybe. I mean, I kind of lost my way here. Florida's tricky as hell.
I understand.
One part's water, the other part's land.
Damn, it is very tricky, y'all.
And we're just glad to have you here in Sturgis. I mean, it's an interesting race right now as Dirk Tanaka has a pack of 5 cars.
I had to hitch an Uber. The Uber was disguised as a pack of Hell's Angels.
Fair enough. Well, I hope they didn't charge you too much. I mean, that's a surge price. That is absolutely a surge price.
That's a premium.
More like a sturge price, am I right, folks?
I think it is a sturge price. And we are seeing Agent Toby Keith trying to lead this pack of 5 cars with Smiley Van Buren, Dirk Tanaka, Kevin Bower Pillman, and El Matador Toto Rosanna as they try to chase down our leaders, Bucket Douchine and Cobb Salad. Doug Pork definitely off the pace, and they're going to be joining Doug Pork in just a second. They are closing that gap. They're only 4 seconds behind him. They were 7 seconds before. Doug
Was
Pork.
somebody grilling steaks on Wu Ba Ba's car?
I think somebody.
What the hell happened?
That must have been what was happening. I don't know, but I was trying to get an interview. I was turning into the race radio, and all I can hear from the crew chief was basically sound like meow 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 meow. So I don't know if that made any sense to you, but they were not happy on the 103 team. Some sort of miscommunication between how they qualified and how they set up the car. But we are seeing
Just
28 laps in the book.
Probably. You got up to third there. I mean, that's that probably overran the car just because.
That must have been it. That's a mistake then for the 103 team. That's a shame, as we have 14 laps to go. We are on lap number 29. 14 laps to go. A 41-second difference between third and second, as Doug Pork has been caught by this pelican of cars. And maybe the best strategy, let's take a look at Stumpy Lane and Morris Mayfield, because I think they may not have enough time to catch up. But Stumpy Lane and Morris Mayfield may be looking for Ennio Sparini and 542 Norman to catch up with them and pull forward and reel in these two cars.
Stumpy Lane is still up there thereabouts.
He is in 9th place. That is good points.
Right up in front there when this whole field cycles around through.
No doubt about
I think
that.
Cobb Salad's starting to make a move here.
Cobb Salad and Bucket Douchine, they are taking a gamble on fuel is the story. They pitted during the only caution of this race. Bucket Douchine and Cobb Salad, along with the other cars involved in the wreck, that also included Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver, Joe John Winchester, Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear, Harry Gunt, and a couple other cars. 10 cars seem to be involved in that wreck. They all visited pit road on the caution. A couple of them ended their race, but Cobb Salad and Bucket Douchine went out as well, and they pitted. So that's going to be a gamble when fuel comes to be a problem. They are gambling on fuel, and Lloyd, is that a smart gamble?
I think it's a bold gamble. I don't know if it's smart. I've always been about bold gambles in my time as a racing driver. I ain't so much about smart gambles.
Well, I remember Smart Gamble and Bold Gamble. They were two drivers back in the 70s, and they had very different strategies as well.
Right, man. They had two of the fastest Mercuries down there in the field. Shoo, boys. Those Gamble brothers, man.
I mean, until that was back when everybody had mercury poisoning.
Man.
And we're
That's
seeing,
what Beatles was made with morphine.
now, this is an interesting thing that's happening right now, because Jeff Shanice is drafting with Bucket Douchine, keeping him at least a little bit on speed. But Cobb Salad has nobody to run with because Reverend Pastor Chavez, 2 laps down, cannot keep up. So we're going to keep an eye on what's going on here, because everybody else, from 3rd Agent Toba Keith all the way down to Jeff Gordon the horse in 23rd, did pit under green flags. 1st and 2nd, the 55 and the 21, have not pitted. And that's going to be interesting to see. Can they maintain? Will we have another caution? If we have another caution, then I think it's going to change everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Now, if you're Bucket Douchine, I don't know if you're rooting for a caution or not.
Well, I mean, you get the fuel, but then
you do say fuel. That's
you get
true.
the fire to get my desire, and then ooh.
Yeah, you do want the fuel and you do want the fire, but you don't want the zabba dabba da.
Yeah, the dabba jabba size, it hurts a lot of drivers these days.
It really does. And we're seeing a very strong strategy here that is led by Slapdong Racing. The 15 and the 99 are just keeping this pack of 5 together. Smiley Van Buren, Agent Toba Keith, and El Matador Toto Rosanna are holding it all together. They're trading the lead. They're going side by side here, coming to the line. Looks like Boner Pillman's going to maybe only cede it to Tanaka, but we're going to see. It looks like Dirk Tanaka is going to beat him to the line and take 5 points. Oh, sorry, not take 5 points. They're not even leading the lap. I'm sorry. What am I talking about? But that is the thing. Bucket Douchine, if nothing else, is going to lead a lot of laps and get an extra 5 bonus points. But can he win that race? Who are they passing? That is that is Petrol Topoff, 2 laps down that they are passing. That looks like that is Vitalik Kriptov they are passing, who is 1 lap down. Not a good day for Matryoshka Inc.
No, indeed it ain't. They got at least one of they got a couple of cars wrecked up. Oh boy, at least
what's going on? Bucket Douchine is visiting pit road. Bucket Douchine has had to hit the pits. Is Cobb Salad still out there? Cobb Salad leading this race all by his lonesome. I don't know if he can do it, but Douchine is going to maintain 2nd place But look at that. He is going to be reeled in by this lead pack. So Dushine is going to hold on. He has pitted. He's going to hold on for one more day. With 33 laps in the books and 9 to go, they have caught Bucket Dushine. Bucket Dushine has been caught and reeled in. Agent Toby Keith is going to move into second place all by his lonesome.
Let's do some fishing.
All by his lonesome. But Slapdong Racing, a good job to reel in the race leader up until he had to pit. And that, I think, is what they are banking on. Cobb Salad is in the pits as well. Let's see what happens as he moves out a pit road. Did they have a good enough pit stop to gain into, to get reeled in and have a car that can race hard as we are at? Yep, Agent Toby Keith is going to lead this race as Cobb Salad comes around only a second off the lead. He's going to join that pack of cars. Look at this. Oh, he almost got into a Ricky Walton. Almost got into a Ricky Walton. Cannot keep pace. What is he doing?
It's not looking. Oh my!
Not looking good at all for Cobb Salad. That is a very dangerous position to be in.
Cobb Salad almost got the 2 for 5, being the only race winner this year with 2. Clearly, that's not going to be the case today.
Yeah, right now we're seeing Kevin Boner-Pillman and Dirk Tanaka, the pair of cars of Slapdong Corporate Racing, going 1 and 2. And you got to imagine their sponsors are going to be very happy about this.
Pharmacy's open till 5 if you want to get your Donkerex.
You need your Injectapen? That is where you can get it at Slapmart.
Slapmart, where America shops.
And they are slapping down low prices. They are slapping down fast speeds back up to 221.9 miles an hour. Again, that's not going to be as fast when we don't have all those cars to pull that draft in. But look at Bucket Dushine. Dushine has been hanging on to that. And just like we're seeing, what we saw last year, a pack of cars, 6th and 7th place, are under 5 seconds apart, 4.5 seconds apart. So we're going to see what happens as these cars, as they pass. Petrol Topoff put him another lap down. Man, it has been a struggle for the number 9 team. They're going to hold on to the fact that they got that win already this season, but man, it is struggling for that team.
Them Russians are fighting them indictments, I'll tell you what.
They certainly are. They're not doing pretty good. 25th, 27th, and 31st place.
Now, are indictments something you could get at Parts Unknown Auto Parts? With that Parts Unknown Auto Parts $25 gift card?
Absolutely. You can get it for a 1991 Honda Schmierg.
A Honda what?
A Honda Schmierg.
I think they only made that in Siberia, huh?
European car, the Schmegma Genesis.
Oh, the Schmegma Genesis. Yeah, that was a short-lived line of
course, in Europe they called the Schmega Drive.
They did. That's true.
Of course, in some parts of the world they just call that the Honda Fremunda.
Oh, I remember the Fremunda. Yeah. And we're seeing again our 6 leaders with 5 laps to go. It's going to be Agent Toby Keith. Can he make it 3 for 3 for ATF Bureau? He's going to have to do it all by his lonesome. His partners in the 21 and 4 to 7 are nowhere to be found. Cobb Salad way at the back, off the pace. Winchester's day is over.
Oh man, he's in the postseason right now, so that's good. But that's certainly a big blow because this is the kind of track that Joe John Winchester excels at.
He absolutely does. And we are seeing Slapmart taking KFC I Ate the Bones with him. And there is, El Matador Toto Rosanna nearly got into Vitalik Kriptov. Kriptov not getting out of the way quick enough. And coming around, it's going to be Dirk Tanaka leading with 4 to go. 4 to go here in Sturgis. Dirk Tanaka, Smiley Van Buren, Agent Toby Keith. That is 3 rookies and 3 cars yet to qualify for the playoffs. Not only are there three cars that have three cars that have two of them that have won the pole. No, sorry, one. No, sorry, none of them. I was looking at my. Forget what I'm saying. I'm excited for this race.
Damn right, I'm excited here. I'm drinking. I'll tell you what, I've just been distracted by all the. Man, there's some good old bikes here.
Yeah, I saw some of those people were wrecking their bikes. They had to just wave a red flag so all the bikes couldn't be racing during this race. They were worried they were going to be getting up on this track, too.
And
of course, there's going to be a good race here for more glorious and honorable racing if Dirk Tanaka gets the win. Slapmart's never got in the winner's circle yet.
Well, that's going to be Slapmart has not. That's going to be a Slapdong Corporate Racing. That's not to be confused with Most Glorious and Honorable Mr. Naga, Most Glorious Motorsports, who are not having a good day. Boo and Jessup, the only car on the lead lap. Sorry, I got
my Asian people mixed up.
Well, that is. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to forget about that and just forget that it happened. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen.
I thought we forgot. I'll tell you one thing we forgot for happened. Whatever happened to Boo Baba?
Boo Baba apparently decided to cook some steaks on the car and did not, in fact, have the car to start the race.
He's running this race in protest because you didn't sign the petition.
Well, that's a bold strategy. I'm going to
get my congressman on the line. We're going to get a new petition.
Well, you know, what's interesting, you were talking about the Schmega Genesis. I remember actually, Parts Unknown Auto Parts. You can get yourself a carburetor for a 1994 Dodge Neon Evangelion. Or Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Man, I tell you what, I used to drive one of those around back when I was still cutting my teeth in like the junior sportsman division. Yeah. I tell you what, the trouble that I had with that damn 4-cylinder engine, that thing. I tell you what, it was like writing a Cruel Angel's thesis out of that shit.
Fair enough. That is a bold statement, but a fair one to be exact. And we're seeing that field of 6 has just been whittled down to 5 as Bucket Dushan could not keep pace. And it is a slap dong 1-2 with 2 to go. Coming around to the white flag. And Kevin Boner Pillman, this is not his first taste of victory. He won in the 2017 series, but he is leading this lap coming around to the white flag. 2 members of Slap Dong Racing, Il Matador Toto Rosanna, Agent Toby Keith, and Smiley Van Buren. White flag, here we go, white flag.
To go, we could see a first-time winner here today.
We are basically guaranteed to see a first-time winner of the season, a brand new car entering the playoffs. Will it be Kevin Boner Pillman in that 15? Will it be Smiley Van Buren in the 11? Will Dirk Tanaka try to hold it off?
Dirk Tanaka tried to make a move on the outside line, but nobody will go with him.
It did not work. Here comes Agent Toby Keith making the inside line work. Can he hold the inside line? Dirk Tanaka opts not to go with him. He's trying to protect his teammate Kevin Boner Pillman as he is continuing to go around. Smiley Van Buren does not have the speed. He does not have the drafting partner. It looks like Kevin Boner Pillman is going to have Smiley Van Buren and Agent Toby Keith behind him as they are heading down the final stretch. We are going to see them.
The helmets are coming up. The purple helmets are coming up and the stands. Here comes
they are standing erect for Kevin Boner Pillman. The Pen 15 are happy. The Pen 15 team are very happy as Donga Rex Injectapen has penetrated through this field and into the playoffs. Kevin Boner Pillman brings Chevy its first win of the Diddler Cup season.
That's what I'm talking about, boys!
That is straight up fuel injection right to the dick.
That is some fuel injectapens. And look at Morris Mayfield, 6th place. He led that second pack of cars to the finish line with Jean-Paul Henry in 7th, Paul Walker in 8th, Giacomo in 9th, Ricky Walton in 10th. And that has been a goddamn auto race.
That's been a goddamn auto race. Holy
what a race. Lord, I think you're going to be able to get down to the...
Yeah, we're getting down there to the interviews here, folks. Give me just a second here. Oh, jeez.
All right, fair enough.
I understand Bernie Jessup is... they're getting the launch pad out here for all the 31 drivers that did not win the race. That means their motorcycles that they rode to the track are going to be crushed upon impact.
That they are, and I think we're going to see... we're going to go ahead and see what exactly happened there. Of course, as you know, we'd like to thank our friends over at what county is Sturgis in?
Sturgis.
At Meade County. Meade at Big Hog Racing. Big hog choppers. You can chop yourself a big hog.
You can chop yourself a big hog. I like the ribs.
Oh no, sorry, they're the people who make the backs. They make motorcycles, but they also do some barbecue.
Have you ever tried to eat the ribs out of a V-twin engine?
I have not. Is it good?
I got a little bit. It's a little bit tough, but with the right marinade, you can make something happen with it.
Fair enough.
Just got to slow cook it. Now, of course, I'm here with I'm getting ready to talk to Mr. Kevin Boner Pillman. He won the race last year, and he is back in victory lane for the first time of the 2018 season. Kevin, what a race this was. Tell us what you were feeling going in these final laps of the race.
We had the right strategy. I'd like to thank everybody at Younger X for making one hell of a Pen 15 race car. It just took us a while to get going. We didn't look like we were up to the challenge, but as things started working, as we started to work our way up to the front, we started penetrating number of cars up there, trying to cut our way through the fields, trying to split the gap, go in between the middle, and our resolve, we just stayed firm, we stayed confident, and that's what helped us get up to the front here. A few laps to go, just made the move here, and that we just stayed up on top. And didn't lose any folks. That tan, tell you what, blood's rushing in the front of my head right now. I just this is an awesome race, man. I tell you what, the speed these cars make around this Sturgis track, it's exciting. Whoa, I just tell you, I'm pretty glad I don't have to lose my motorcycle out of this.
Oh, fair enough. And of course, again, thank you to our friends at Big Hog for custom making 32 brand new motorcycles, all the sweat and tears and hours of work they had to put in there, only for 31 of them to get crushed by Bernie Jessup and the Wife Stomper. Now Kevin Boner
Wife
Pillman,
Stomper too, yes.
Yeah, Kevin Boner Pillman, wonderful performance for you. How important you got a rookie teammate this year. How important was it having him in that lead pack at the final set of laps?
Oh, Dirk Tanaka, he's been it's been awesome having him as a brand new teammate. He had some trouble adjusting to stock car race at first, but I think that team's coming together in a slap-down race, and we're a team that's forced to be reckoned. We're in the playoffs. I think we see the talent that Dirk has. He's going to be in this playoff too, and that's what we're here for, is to try and win this championship by the season's end. Just man, I cannot get this. Man, I knew I should have up-tucked there before the start of the race.
All right, Kevin, that's understandable. You go ahead, get yourself rested. You get yourself rested. You go take care of yourself. We'll see you in the playoffs. I bet you're excited for that. Drink some water, recharge.
I'm really excited, man. I may need 4 hours to hold off here, and I may need to see a doctor if it doesn't calm down after that. We'll see.
Fair enough. You do what you need to do. You do you, my dude. And we're going to go ahead and you enjoy the celebration. Enjoy Sturgis. Enjoy that brand new back. And we're going to see you in the playoffs, Lord.
Now I want to tell you, I did a little bit of gymnastics down there in high school. I think and I got a good trick for you here. Hey, no, that's fine. Let's get away from that there, Kevin. Kevin, that's good here. We'll see it after the race.
Looks like the half-guarded remains of a fruit by the foot.
Lloyd, you all right there?
Man, it's something, man.
I no doubt at that.
Man, I don't think we need to see that here on TV.
I don't think we do at all. I don't think that's a thing that's appropriate at all. But you know what is appropriate? Let's see that wreck.
All right, let's go to the wrecks.
There was just one. We're going to go ahead and see what happened at lap 21 in a second as well. But we got lap 10. We're going to zoom in on Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver and see what in the hell happened to that car. That car started on the outside pole. Great qualifying effort, just could not hold it together on the track and brought out our only caution. You can see they got a lot of space to ride. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm talking 7 wide at that point. And he's getting really close. That looks like Doug Pork. They're maybe trading paint at that point. Yep, there it is right there. Gets into it with Doug Pork. And there they all go sliding up the track, slip sliding away. Let's see who else that involved.
They're just trying to side draft each other, and I don't know what the hell is golly, I don't know what the hell is Spotter was thinking.
I think maybe he just got loose. We're gonna go ahead and see, because he had an issue with a piston. I don't know if there was smoke starting to pour out from that car, and it just got him loose, but he just suddenly slid up the track into Doug Pork. Yeah, it looks like that was Joe John Winchester involved in that. Let's go ahead and see that as well. See who he got involved with. Who else took a little bit of contact. Yeah, you can see that's what ended up happening. He got into that as Vitaly Kriptov taking contact. Winchester, Sparini, Dushine, Cobb Salad, and Winchester going for a ride. He tried to keep it on the track, but that car already was done for the day. And Vitaly Kriptov, we're gonna go ahead and see what happened to him as well. He was just sliding up along the wall. Unfortunate event for him. Just sandwiched in there by the Good Gravy car.
Man, that was a
Sandwiched
whole lot
by
of
Good
vehicular
Gravy.
carnage. Oh man, Good Gravy. That sounds like it's one hell of a sandwich there.
Yeah, no doubt
you
about
don't have
that.
much else. You can make a sandwich out of 2 slices of a Wonder Bread and some good gravy.
You certainly can. If it's chunky enough and it's, you just leave it in the fridge, it kind of solidifies and congeals a bit. You can just kind of scoop it off the top and just kind of slab it on and kind of give it a spread.
What the hell happened to Woo Bye Bye?
We're not entirely sure. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out what in the hell happened to Woo Bye Bye.
Making steaks.
I'm watching the car. I'm looking around. I'm seeing the car. You know what? That car just never started. That car had issues from the get-go. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what we're going to show you right now. Right. This is not a wreck, but this is Woo Bye Bye. This is Woo Bye Bye starting.
They installed the ignition interlock system. Woo Bye Bye had a couple of drinks, wasn't able to get the car started.
And there was issues right there with the car, and nobody else went with them. And they had to go right to pit road. And at that point, we saw even Paul Alcohol had to stop and get caught up, and there was a little bit of a delay in the start of this race just to get things going. I don't even know what in the hell happened there. Now, we saw somebody go up the track at lap 21. What happened at lap 21 exactly? Who were we watching?
Man, we had I believe it was one of the Matryoshka Inc. cars split the field.
That's
there.
what it was. It was Petrol Top-Off, I think. It was the 90 car, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At lap 20. We can go ahead and see what is happening here. Petrol Top-Off completely on his own. I don't know what happened there. Are we sure it was that? Was it Petrov? Oh, was it Kriptov or was it Was it Top-Off? Now, Kriptov was involved in the wreck because I don't see... I'm at lap 19 right now. I'm trying to figure out what in the world happened. He's driving by himself. Okay, so we're talking about the debate here about points for Woo Bye Bye. Did Woo Bye Bye get any points? That is the debate here.
The Diddler Cup rules here, I believe it says...
I believe he did not. I don't think he scored any points.
2-liter Coca-Cola.
Is he in the standings?
No. Not in the standings of this race. This is a 31-car field.
So according to the Diddler Cup rule book, I could see here, table of contents. Please do not redistribute without permission of Diddler Cup Racing Series
Okay.
There was an
LLC.
appendix in there, but it got taken out.
Well, yeah, of course, it was inflamed. We set fire to it.
I see a receipt here from a Kmart.
Now, just folks, what you're looking at, what I'm showing you right now is what we are trying to figure out. This is we're fast forwarding to figure out what is going on with petrol top off. There he was. Okay, that was what it was right there. There it is right there. Okay, here we are. Petrol top off the pace, and he's got the field coming down, breathing down his neck.
Oh my God! At
Agent
five-
Toby, look at that. Everybody having to just completely,
That's
where it
a
happened.
training car.
542 Norman.
So I tell you what, that kid did a hell of a job here for being a 13-year-old kid and having the reflexes there to know when to stop and at least slam on the brakes. And credit to the cars running behind him that it didn't create a corner effect.
But the problem is that's where it split the field. That is exactly where it started to happen. And Boo and Jessup, along with Cobb Salad, were the last of the cars to make it past him. That is exactly what happened.
The damn Russians meddling in this race again.
No doubt about it. Well, fans, it has been a
Damn, it's
goddamn
been a
auto race,
it's been
has
a
it
goddamn
not?
Oh, man, goodness. It's always Sturgis never fails to deliver. All right, Bowie. Bernie, fire him up. Oh, man. Holy
Absolutely. There we
Jesus.
go. Oh, look at that. Look at that monster truck go. Well, fans, we know now half of the playoff field. We're going to go ahead and roll it down for you. Kevin Boner Pillman, Petrol Top Off, Cobb Salad, Joe John Winchester, Paul Alcohol, Ricky Walton, Big Daddy Thibodeau, and Reverend Pastor Chavez. There are your 8 cars so far, 8 drivers who have qualified for the playoffs in the Diddler Cup Racing Series. Right now, that is what we are seeing. That is half of our playoff field set in stone right now. And it has been a goddamn auto race, has it not, boys?
Oh, man, that's been great, man. Thank you, Beaumont, for coming on by here. I know
Glad
that
you made it.
kidney stones are a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, they tell you to go one place, and then you wind up in a swamp somewhere, and then you're trying to get there, and then also your kidney stones trying to pass them out there, and they're just trying to like pass them out like you do tests in school. And I tell you what, it's no fun for anybody.
I understand completely what you were saying. So that is going to be it for us. That is going to be it. There is.
When's the next goddamn auto race?
Well, we're gonna you keep checking our Twitter machine, IRMstream. If you have not followed the links below, we would appreciate it if you do. Check us out. This race will be up on YouTube as well, so you can rewatch it and enjoy it. It has been a goddamn auto race, has it not, boys?
Damn right. Damn
And
right. It's been.
We are going to go ahead and say thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy whatever you're doing to spend the rest of the day. We will see you back here again as our next race we head to Fuckham, England, to the roundabout by Yes for the Ainsley Harriet 250. It is a circular track, a half mile, a .58 circle track. It's a brand new track we have yet to take ourselves to, but we're going back to England and we're going to enjoy this one. It has been a goddamn auto race.
All right, let's see if I can find a way to sneak in myself in an airplane and get past TSA.
So for Beaumont Jenkins, Lightning Lord Shivers, my name is Chip Chapman. We'll see you next time on the Diddler Cup Racing Series. It has been a goddamn auto race.